And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight as we get ready for another Central Division battle. The Minnesota Wild against the Nashville Predators, and this should be a fun one here tonight. These two teams do not like each other and usually play some very fun, exciting, and physical games against each other, and I cannot wait to get the puck dropped in this. And I hope you guys are excited as well. This is going to be a really fun one. And we've already got a bunch in the chat. So welcome in Rangers fan Connor, Derek, Austin, Kyle, Linkser, Aurelia, Elvis, what's going on? Welcome in, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm going to get the poll up in the chat so you guys can start getting your votes in on who you think is going to win this game tonight. We've got the Minnesota Wild on the road, the Nashville Predators trying to defend home ice. Two teams that very much could use a win after somewhat slow starts to the season, particularly for Nashville. And, boy, this should be a fun one here tonight. So, poll is up in the chat. You guys can get your votes in, and we can get into the action here hopefully pretty soon as we get ready for this one to get going tonight. Again, really appreciate you guys all being here. I hope you have a great birthday, Connor. I'll probably see you between now and Monday, but if I don't, happy early birthday. Hope you have a great day. It was pretty good, Austin. How about you? Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome to have you in the chat. As we're getting ready for action here between the Wild and the Preds. And Nashville is 6-8-1 this season. Minnesota's 7-6-1. Both of these teams kind of right around 500. Very much going to be looking to improve on that record and get a hard-fought win here tonight and a big 2 points in the standings. So definitely excited for this game to get going. I think there's going to be a lot of physical play between these two. I think it's going to be a very tight game between these two, and both of these teams are really going for the 2 points in the win in this one tonight. Also, Minnesota getting Brandon Duhaime back in the lineup. He's missed the last 5 games with an injury. So some reinforcements coming for the Wild here is they get another regular back in the lineup. When I did Minnesota last week, they had a bunch of guys out of the lineup that weren't playing. Marcus Foligno is now back. Obviously, Brandon Duhaime's coming back now. So they're starting to get a little bit healthier and having a little bit more of their normal lineup back in place. Ryan Hartman and Jordan Greenway both are still out, though, for the Wild. Isaac, what is going on? Jay, welcome in. Avs fan, good to see you. Joey, welcome. Ken, welcome. BC Transportation, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Vancouver Jays got a 3-1 lead over Buffalo right now. Sabres trying to avoid their 6th straight loss, but they're going to have to play better as that game goes along as they're losing to the Canucks. And this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to slightly lean Wild, Kyle. I'm going to say Wild 4-3. As my prediction, I guess. But my predictions are usually wrong, so maybe you should go out and bet Nashville now that I just said that, because I'm not good at picking games. But I think this is going to be a very close one. I think it's going to be probably a 1-goal game, whichever way it goes. Aries, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to see you in the chat. Much appreciated. We are getting ready for puck drop in this one. Still a few minutes away. A lot of action around the NHL tonight. 8 other games outside of this one. The Stars and Lightning are tied up 1-1, about to start the second period. The Canadiens and Devils are still 0-0, nearing the start of the second period. Early in the second period, the Maple Leafs have a 3-1 lead over the Penguins, so Pittsburgh's struggles look to be continuing. Canucks lead the Sabres 3-1 in the early part of the second. Panthers have a 1-0 lead over the Capitals early in the second. And late in the first period, the Columbus Blue Jackets have a 1-0 lead over the Philadelphia Flyers. This game starts in a few minutes, and then the only 2 games coming up later, the Detroit Red Wings play the Anaheim Ducks, and the San Jose Sharks play the Vegas Golden Knights. So those are the games starting at 10 p.m. Eastern. So 9 games in all tonight across the NHL, and some decent matchups, and a lot of those games going on already. Brian, what is going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat. Jack, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. It's awesome to have you here. We are getting ready for puck drop. Blues have won 3 in a row now. They're starting to play better. Sharks have had a better last week or so compared to how they started their season as well. We're starting to see Columbus is a team that's starting to show signs of at least being a little bit better. They got a lead over the Flyers right now. Things are starting to kind of even themselves out a little bit across the league. Trevor, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I believe it's going to be Marc-Andre Fleury versus UC Saros as the goaltending matchup. Should be the number 1 goalies for each team as far as I know. Flyers have definitely dropped back quite a bit, Isaac. I think they had their hot start. They played really well out of the gate. They surprised a lot of people, but they've definitely come back to earth now. And a lot of game left between them and Columbus tonight. But that's a game that if they lose, they're gonna look at that one and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, maybe we aren't that good. Penguins just got a goal. Okay, so Pittsburgh gets it back to a 1-goal game with Toronto. That should be 3-2 now. Man, Pittsburgh is a team that desperately needs some wins. They have not had a good start to the season, and they're just recently they're 2-6-2 in their last 10 games. They are struggling to get in the win column. All right, so while we're waiting for this one to get underway, we're going to get a cheers in the chat. I got a Jameson and ginger ale here, so we're going to get a cheers for everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully we get a great hockey game tonight and a great stream as well. Really appreciate you all being here. And here's to a great stream and a great game. Cheers, everyone. There we go. Nice JMO and Ginger. Vernon, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Boston, 14-2 to start the season. Just an absolutely unreal start for the Bruins. Top team in the league right now. Very, definitely a little bit to my surprise. I did not see the Bruins being this good. I thought they were still a playoff team, but I did not think they were going to be this good. Obviously there's still a long way to go, but they've started the season as well as anyone could have possibly hoped. 2-0 Panthers. So Panthers are trying to keep Washington struggling. Caps haven't had the best start to the season, and now the Panthers, who really haven't either, are trying to get another win in the win column in a very winnable game on their part. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Borvietsky, I believe, is still out injured, John. I don't think he's playing here tonight. He got injured a couple of weeks ago and hasn't been back since. So unless his injury status changed and he's back tonight, I don't think he's going to be in the lineup. Anyway, we're getting ready to drop the puck. It is Marc-Andre Fleury versus UC Saros in goal. So obviously both of these teams' number 1 starters are playing here tonight. And we are lining up at the center dot, just about ready to drop the puck. And let's hope that we have a great game tonight. It's usually a lot of fun when these teams play against each other. Let's see what happens as we're lined up now at center ice. Referee ready to go. And we're going to get into the action as Minnesota wins it back. Wild take the puck off the draw off of Kaprizov's skate. He tries to dump it. It's played along the sidewall. Now over to Fabro. taken by the Preds as they'll dump it into the offensive zone. Granlund gets it stolen away. Back up ice comes Minnesota as Freddie Gaudreau will chase it. Rolls in on Saros. He plays it over to Josi. Roman Josi backhands up the wall. Granlund tries to chip to the middle. It goes off of Zuccarello, and Minnesota takes possession back. Getting chased now, down low. Wild trying to clear their end. Forsberg in on the forecheck. Working it now to the corner. Cycle game going now for Nashville as they play it down to the goal line. And now spin back to the half wall. Cycle down low for Forsberg. Spurgeon's first to it. And that's kept in again by the Preds. Now on the near side, it works its way past the D and out of the zone. McDonough is going to go back and get it 1 minute into the first period. Minnesota takes it deep in their own zone. No, it's icing as things get whistled down. And we get a stoppage here just over a minute in. And it will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Minnesota Wild after the Preds ice the puck. So Ryan Hartman and Jordan Greenway are both out for Minnesota, and Mark Borowiecki is still out for Nashville. Those are your lineup regulars that are not in the lineups here tonight. Offensive zone draw, not able to win it back as it's taken by the Predators defensively. Puck down low, Boldy cycles for Foligno as Minnesota gets the puck back. Top of the circle, shot there, fired wide. Kept in by Boldy, he'll play it down low. Worked through, and now it's taken by the Preds. They come back the other way, over center ice, into the offensive zone. Trying to drive this one, and into the net, knocking it off its pegs. There was Nino Niederreiter as he fell down and slid into the goal. We'll get a face-off and a stoppage here with 18:32 to go in period one. And Niederreiter just lost an edge there with Foligno chasing and ends up taking the goal off its moorings. A young player to watch for the Nashville Predators, number 75, Juuso Parssinen. I believe he's only playing like his second or third NHL game here tonight. This is only his second NHL game. So, very interesting young player to watch there, number 75 in yellow for Nashville. As this one's won back in the neutral zone, dumped in by the Preds, they'll chase on the attack. Dumba can't send it below to his D partner Brodin below the goal line, and now there's a fight for it along the boards. Eventually, the Preds come away with it. Pass in front, broken up by Brodin. Minnesota lifts it up and out of the zone. That gets cleared. And Minnesota now trying to get it into the offensive end. Mason Shaw, he gets hammered. And Nashville comes away with the puck. Up now over the red line, dumped in. Below the goal line, back the other way. Minnesota out of their zone. That one does not connect with Eriksson Ek, but it goes all the way down. And Nashville will play it in their own zone as they clear it to the red line, but not beyond. Now on the second chance they do. And that's going to be dumped in, looks like, by Yakov Trenin, as he'll head in now on the forecheck. John Merrill in the corner for Minnesota. Jeannot in on the forecheck for the Preds. Trenin in there as well, trying to dig this puck free. Knocked down along the wall. And out of the zone it comes. Minnesota's able to get a line change. Now we're going to get a whistle and a hand pass call against Nashville. So a stoppage here. Neutral zone faceoff coming up after the hand pass. And it is a 0-0 game still early in the first, just about 3 minutes in between Minnie and Nashville. Daniel, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it, as always. This faceoff will be right outside of the Nashville zone. And Duhaim's going to have to come in and take the draw. One back now by the Preds as they start to break out up ice. Over the red line. Knocked down. Back the other way. Beckman couldn't get it into the zone. And the Preds, hold on. We got a penalty. It's going to be a hooking penalty here. And Duhaim, no, he's going back to the bench. Trying to see who this penalty is on. It looks like it's going to be Tolvanen going to the penalty box for Nashville. Minnesota to the power play here early in the first, and a great opportunity on the man advantage to try and take the lead. As Tolvanen will go to the penalty box for Nashville. Hey, what's going on, Alex? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Great to have you in the chat. Hey, congratulations, bro. That's awesome. As Nashville can't get this out of the zone. Addison over now to the high slot. Chance short side. Big save on Boldy by Saros. Minnesota already putting up pressure in the attacking end. That was stolen away and cleared by Nashville. 1:37 to go on the power play. Brought up over the red line. Eriksson Ek into the offensive zone. He fires one in, and Saros is going to make a save on that one. Swallows it up and covers. It will be an O-zone draw for the Wild. 1:28 to go on the power play and 16:34 to go here in the first period. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Wow, Matthew Tkachuk has 400 points already. Wow. Congratulations to him. Obviously hitting a nice milestone there tonight. A big round number. But now he's 100 away from 500. That's pretty cool. Yes, I did, Alex. I did. I saw them at the Bruins game that I went to October 27th. So we got a shot here. Goes wide. Chance on the near side. That misses. Zuccarello keeps it in. Wild back in control in the offensive zone. Setting up, putting on a lot of pressure. Zuccarello plays it down low. Here's Boldy. Pass across. Doesn't connect. Trying to get it out now is Smith, and that's cleared all the way down. Behind the net, Fleury leaves it for Kalen Addison. Back the other way, into the offensive zone. Cycled deep for Marcus Foligno. He sends it back to the blue line. Across now to Brodin, out high. Top of the circle, long shot there. That misses wide. Cleared all the way back. 30 seconds to go on the Minnesota power play. Into the offensive zone, they're on the rush. Poked away from Brodin. Nashville can't clear as it's kept in by Spurgeon. Spurgeon gets it through now to Marco Rossi. He plays it down low. He's going to switch. Now back to the point. Here's Brodin. Over to the far side. Long shot gets blocked. Good job getting in the shooting lane there. That was McDonough. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Brodin with it out high. That one misses wide. 5 seconds left. Minnie still with the puck. Now it's stolen away. Nashville's able to clear. They get it up ice. Reinforcements coming out of the penalty boxes. We're back to 5-on-5. Puck taken down below the goal line, and they just keep it wide. Setting up now in the attacking zone. Cycled out to the point. Over to the far side. Long shot. Doesn't get through. Marcus Foligno will lift that up and out of the zone. Both teams get line changes. What's going on, Andrew? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. That's awesome, Aries. That's fantastic. I hope it's a great game for you, and I hope you get to have a great time at that one as it's brought in by Sam Steele now. Played down low. I at one point thought I might be going to that game, Aries, but I am not. I actually have something that day, so I won't be at that game for the Bruins, unfortunately. I was supposed to be, but I can't go now. But hope it's a great game and it's a lot of fun for you. Down in the corner, here's Parsonen with it. He scored his first career goal in his first career game on Saturday against the Rangers. As a long shot there gets knocked down, ends up in the corner. Dumba can't get it out. Nashville pouring on the pressure here. Down below the goal line, back out high for Ekholm. Cross ice, long shot. That one just misses wide. Missed glove side on Fleury. Everyone digging for it. Niederreiter's in there. Johansson's in there. Back out to the point. Carrier sends it deep. Works it now to the near side boards. Duchesne with it. Passes back for Johansson. Ryan Johansson out, or no, that's Niederreiter, excuse me, out high. Tips that back down low. Trying to work this one in front. Here, Fleury's got to get a pad on it. Minnesota gets to the loose puck. They gain the red line. Dumba can dump it in. They'll finally get a line change. That was a long shift in the defensive zone there for the Wild. Now back the other way. Preds come up ice. It's knocked right back in by Minnesota. Here's Shaw with a shot and a glove save by Saros. And we got a little gathering. Not much going on after the whistle, but Carrier did make sure Eriksson Ek did not get all the way to the crease there. So 12:51 to go in the first period. Minnesota and Nashville still scoreless. Kind of a little bit of a feeling out process early in this game. I believe this is the first game of the year between these teams. So, yeah, this is their first meeting of the season. So, not necessarily surprising there that the first 5 minutes have been a little bit of a feeling out, and still scoreless, as nobody's really gotten any sort of A+ quality chances yet, as we're at the first commercial break. So, again, welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome to have you in the chat. Please don't forget, it really means a lot and helps the channel a ton. If you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. And we're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Anime Addicted, what's going on? Welcome. Great to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Right now, Andrew, McDavid. I mean, McDavid's the best player in the league right now. He's going to put up more points than anybody. But career-wise, Crosby's got the cups, career-wise. Hey, Snake Sports, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you in the chat. Has been a very good season so far. A lot of good matchups and exciting games, and we're not even 20 games in, so definitely a very good start. Okay, Ray, sounds good. Thank you for coming by again. It's awesome to have you here, and I will definitely keep that in mind. Off the draw, another fluttering shot in on Saros, and he's able to grab that one with the glove and cover it. 12:43 to go in the period, and still a scoreless start. Minnesota with 5 shots, Nashville only with 1 so far. So the Wild have outshot the Preds to this point, but still nothing even really that close to coming to the back of the net yet. Good row, centering Zuccarello and Kaprizov. The line for Minnesota. Offensive zone draw, 1 back. Long shot from the point, goes wide. Tanner Jeannot able to lift that out of the zone. Carrying up ice now, Yakov Trenin just kicked away by Addison as he cut off Trenin trying to drive the net. Out to the point, kept in by Nashville as they'll look to set up again in the attacking end. Working it down now. Out high by the point. Played through to the corner. Here's Jeannot. Jeannot with it. Drops it off for the point man. Out high. Long shot purposely wide for Trenin. He takes it behind the net. Now works it back out in front. Fires a shot that gets blocked to the corner. Kept in again out high. Nashville still on the attack as that one sent to the near side boards. Played in front by McDonough. Nobody there. Eventually Minnesota takes it. Big hit there by Jeannot. He's getting into it now with Merrill. And trying to work this puck around now. Along the wall, Jeannot sends it back to the point. Long shot. Blocker save there by Fleury. And that will go up and out of play. We'll get a whistle. And 11:39 to go in the first. And offensive zone faceoff for Nashville on the way. That was a great shift there for the third line, as they get some good zone time and a couple of chances at shots. It's Jameson and Ginger Ale, Andrew. That's awesome, Austin. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it that your team won. That's fantastic. Addison got nailed with a big hit earlier as well. So this game's starting to pick up a little physically now. It took a few minutes, but it's starting to feel more like a Wild Predators game physically now over these last couple of shifts. As we get a long shot in there, puck loose in front. Eventually, Marcus Foligno gets to it, and Minnesota clears up ice. Dumped into the offensive zone. Foligno chases to the corner. Around to the near side, Boldy. Boldy throws it in on Saros. Rebound chance just sent wide. Another opportunity in front, but the Predators take it away. Johansson now up ice. Cross ice pass into the offensive zone. Preds get it deep, taken back. Delayed penalty coming up against Minnesota. And I believe Nashville is going to be going to a power play here. Their first of the game with 11:10 to go in the period. It is a hooking call. And it's Marco Rossi going to the penalty box for the Wild. That puts Nashville on the man advantage. Minnesota is 0 for 1 on the power play. Now Nashville will get their first crack at it. Last I knew, the Devils were beating the Habs 2-0, Ray. That's the last I saw. One back now by Josi right off the draw. And the Preds have to regroup back to the neutral zone. It's Roman Josi has it out high. By the blue line now. Over the red line. Trying to get it back into the offensive end. Sissons with it. Pass across to the face-off circle. There's a shot that gets blocked. Taken now. Thrown in front. Deflected just wide as Parsonen tried to get a redirection in front. Now to the near side corner. Up the boards and out of the zone, cleared by the Wild. Josi goes back to get it for Nashville. He'll quickly try and carry it back into the attacking end. He does. Pass across now to Sissons. Back to the point. Played by Forsberg. Back to Sissons. 1:15 still to go on the power play. Preds set up in the offensive zone. Down to the corner. Lifted around to the near side. Here's Josi. Back to the blue line now. Over to the near side. Forsberg, top of the circle. He fires one just too high. That goes off glass. It's kept in by the Predators. Out high to Granlund. To the half wall. Back to Granlund. He walks the line. Sends it back. Josi with it. Spins away. Back to Granlund at the blue line. Now to the near side. Forsberg. Forsberg with another shot. And Fleury's able to make the save as he gets bumped into. And that draws the ire of the Minnesota defense. As Fleury gets knocked down as he makes that save, and Minnesota not happy about it. That was Parsonen right in. Now, in Parsonen's defense, Dumba did push him into Fleury there, so that was certainly not the Nashville player's fault. Dumba shoved him right into the goalie, but nonetheless, anytime a goaltender gets touched, the defensive team is not going to like it. And it will be an offensive zone face-off now for the Preds. Still 42 seconds to go on the power play. And that's one back by Minnesota defensively. They go high off glass and clear it all the way down. We've passed the halfway point of this first period. Game is still scoreless. Trying to carry this one up now. Into the offensive zone. Johansson takes it wide. Pass to the middle. Puck gets knocked down. Now played behind the net. Looking for somebody in front. Nothing there. Plays it to Duchesne. Sends it out to the point. Ekholm keeps it in. Pass to the far side. Carrier, long shot. Big save there by Fleury. Loose puck, and Minnesota's able to clear it to the blue line, but not out. Ekholm keeps it in. Another drive there by the Preds. Chance on the near side. Duchesne. Fleury comes across. What a save. And now we got Spurgeon and Niederreiter getting into it. And another scrum in front of the Minnesota goal crease. These teams come together again. What a fantastic save by Marc-Andre Fleury as the power play was coming to an end. We're back to 5-on-5, and we're going to head to a commercial break. Stellar goaltending there for the Minnesota Wild. Fleury with a couple of huge stops. So this game remains scoreless. This game remains scoreless. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play, but boy, were there some chances on that one. Fantastic goaltending from Marc-Andre Fleury. Stars are off to, Stars are off to a fantastic start this season. Obviously, it would be another huge win if they could beat the Lightning tonight. They're up 3-2 in that game. So, oh, while we're at the commercial break, guys, we figured out when we're gonna do our 10K celebration stream here on the channel. It's gonna be Friday night. I'm not doing a game on Friday night. I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday night is going to be the 10K celebration stream. My friends will be over for that. At least most of them. Seth is a question mark right now, but everybody else said that they were available on Friday. Brody, Evan, Josh, Will should all be here. So that will be the 10K stream on Friday, and it should be a lot of fun as we enjoy a big milestone here on the channel. So just want to let you guys know that I've figured out when we have all the time to do that, and that's when it's going to be. I'll put out something on the community tab tomorrow morning about it. I don't know. I'll have to ask Trevor. I'm not sure what her schedule is for Friday, but if she's available, that would be awesome. Not sure yet, Andrew, but probably start 7:30-ish, maybe 8 o'clock, somewhere around there, and then just go into the night, as it's going to be kind of a party stream, so I don't know like when it's going to end or anything. Jeremiah, what's going on? It's great to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here. Really have appreciated it. Absolutely, Aries. All right, here we go. Back to 5-on-5. Back from the commercial break. 9:09 to go in the first. It's an offensive zone face-off for Nashville. Zach gets one off the draw by the Preds. They set up again. Trying to play it down low. Here's Niederreiter. 9 minutes to go here in the first period. It's taken away by Brodin. Minnesota's out of the zone as Foligno dumps it in. He'll chase in first on the forecheck. Saros comes out, leaves it for a defenseman. Boldy comes in, and Brodin keeps it in the offensive zone for now. On the second chance, though, Fabro's able to clear. Moved across, going for a backhand shot, and they score! Nino Niederreiter on the backhand, able to beat Marc-Andre Fleury, and we've got our first goal of the game as the Predators go up 1-0. Dean Evason is not happy for Minnesota. Nobody covering Nino Niederreiter, and the cross-ice pass is able to get to him before anybody can get across. And great play there by Ryan Johansson to get it across to Niederreiter, who had nobody on him. He just backhands it by. Fleury couldn't come over and make the save, and we've got our first goal of the game. 8.5 now to go in the first period. Wild trying to answer. So they have it in the offensive zone, looking to dig it down deep. Played up the boards. We got a penalty call coming up. And I believe this is going to be against Nashville for high sticking. Or, hold on, no, it's going to be against Minnesota. Oh, boy. So right after giving up the goal, Minnesota takes a penalty, and Nashville's going back to the power play. It's Sam Steele going to the penalty box. And Nashville did not score on their first power play, but they had a lot of good chances. This will be a chance for them to try and extend the lead. Sure, John, sure. Hey. Jeremiah, thank you so much. That's awesome. Glad you were repping the shirt, and hope you have a great time at the bar. Enjoy it, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Nashville back to the power play here. Out high, long shot. That gets deflected in. Fleury comes across and makes a save. Just 10 seconds into this power play, a good shot from Yossi with traffic in front. Fleury stops that one. It'll be another O-zone draw for Nashville. So remember when Minnesota was out shooting the Predators 5-1 earlier in this game? That's not the case anymore. Preds now lead shots 8-6. So In the time that Minnesota's only had one shot over the last number of minutes, Nashville has had 7. As the Preds trying to set up again in the offensive zone off the faceoff. Played to Tolvanen to the blue line. Here's Niederreiter to Josi, now to the far side. Waiting for something to open up. There's a chance in the middle, and Duchesne scores! Matt Duchesne with an absolute rip over the shoulder of Marc-Andre Fleury. It's a 2-0 lead for Nashville as they get the power play goal. Okay, Preds looking good tonight, at least in the first period. They've gotten their game going right now. And a team that's kind of had a slow start to the season, this would be a big win and an important win, as Duchesne absolutely rips that one high blocker side. 7:56 now to go in the first, and it will be a 2-goal game as the Predators extend the lead. Hold on, though. The referees are over talking to Dean Evison, the Wild coach. So we'll see if there's anything that they want to challenge on this, potentially. He's yelling at the referees about something, but it doesn't look like they're going to challenge anything. We're right back underway. Minnesota wins the faceoff. It's taken now by John Merrill. And over the red line, dumped into the offensive zone. I don't know what Evison was so angry about, but nothing really comes of it. And the Wild have it now. Long shot, blockered away by Saros. Kept in by Zuccarello. And here's Minnesota in the offensive zone. Back out to Merrill again. Then bad pass, almost turned over there to Ekholm. Now it's taken up by Forsberg. Nashville loses the puck as Kaprizov steals it. The other way, Parsonen knocks it down. Wild trying to keep it on the attack. Merrill out high, plays it to Addison, gains the red line and dumps it in. Zuccarello along the boards. He gets in a big collision along the wall. Merrill pinches in to try and help as well. Game getting very physical as this first period goes along. Out high now, Merrill with it, fires one high over the bar. Wild still cycling in the offensive zone, winning the puck battles right now as Kaprizov plays it deep. Zuccarello trying to steal it away, pinning the Preds defenseman along the boards. What's going on, Rick? Welcome in. Missed welcome in. Thank you guys for watching. Awesome to have you here. Out by the top of the circle now, deflected in front. That gets sent wide, and it's finally cleared out to the neutral zone by the Predators. They'll get a much-needed line change. Rossi takes a hit to dump it in. It's played by Lauzon now on the near side corner. Up the boards it goes, and Nashville sends it all the way down. No icing. They'll chasing in. Heavy after it on the forecheck is Sissons. He comes away with the puck. Back out to the point. And we got a fight. Here we go. Back behind the play. Jacob Middleton and Cole Smith. And Middleton's reigning right hands. Smith trying to get free. His arms are all tied up right now. Middleton's got a great grab on him. Middleton with another right. Smith loses his helmet, goes down to a knee. And finally, Middleton just pulls the jersey over the head. And we get our first fight of the game as Minnesota trying to get something going here. It's Cole Smith for Nashville and Jacob Middleton for the Wild. They dropped the gloves, and it was mostly Middleton in that one as he tries to fire his team up. First scrap of the game, and probably not the last one between these two teams. And that was just kind of one of those, hey, do you want to go? It wasn't particularly a big hit or anything that caused it. It was just Middleton and Smith came together. It looks like they were like, hey, you want to go? You want to go? And they do. Middleton controls most of that fight and trying to get some juice in the Wild's game now. So we'll see how they respond to that. I believe this is Jacob Middleton's first fight of the year, which is pretty surprising because I think he had 12 last year. So for him to go this deep into the season without one is a little bit surprising. But finally gets in the fight column tonight as the Wild have it now. Offensive zone, trying to cycle this one around. Here's Eriksson Ek. Plays it in the corner. Minnesota in the offensive zone. looking for a goal to get this back to a 1-goal game. Mason Shaw takes it up the boards, back to the blue line. Long shot gets deflected down. Tolvanen takes it. And we're down to 5.5 minutes to go in the first period. Moved up now through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Dumba gets hit by Lauzon. Nashville takes the puck, and Jeannot has it. He's just going to play it back to the D. And they'll start up ice as Jeannot gets it back. Tries to get it into the offensive zone. Move to the middle. Here's Trennan. Yakov Trennan with a shot, and Fleury's got to make a piece of it. Around now, here's Jeannot with it. He gets hit by Spurgeon, cycles it below the goal line. Preds still have it, working in front. Spin around shot gets knocked down. So how you doing? What's going on? Welcoming. Kathy, welcome. Robert, great to see you in the chat. Jameson and Ginger Ale, Robert. Preds have it now in the attacking zone. Out cycling by the point. Here's Roman Josi. He's checked by Beckman, passes it over. Cross ice, chance in front, gets knocked down, looking to find it. Fleury able to keep it out, loose puck, and it's sent wide. No, they're saying it's in. Let's see, now we got a little scrum going. The referee looked like he was pointing. No, that didn't, I don't think that went in, but the net got knocked off, so everything got whistled down. This was a mad scramble in the wild crease here. And I don't know what the referee was pointing at. I guess maybe just the net was off. The officials are trying to figure out what's happening here, what to call. I'm very confused as to what just happened. That puck almost went in. It popped up in the air and then ended up going just wide of Marc-Andre Fleury. And then the net got knocked off. And and there was a mad scramble in the crease. There were bodies flying everywhere. As the announcer of the game said, we'll sort it out when we get back as it goes to a commercial break. We'll know officially if there's any calls or anything when we get back from the commercial, but that was a pretty wild scramble there in the Minnesota creases. Nashville continues to pour on pressure here in this first period. So we go to our final commercial break of period 1. Certainly an entertaining period so far. We've had some scrums. We've had a fight. We've had 2 goals. Preds with the 2-0 lead. And very much feels like a Minnesota-Nashville game so far. But appreciate everybody being here. Please don't forget, it really means a lot and helps the channel if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Wrist Rider, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, boy. Well, we'll see how they do, so how you do. And I know they're up on Buffalo right now. But obviously, still plenty of time to go. All right, so we're back from the commercial. Let's see what exactly happened here. The puck hopped up. Jeannot off the crossbar, almost in. And then the net ended up getting knocked off. That was such a good opportunity there for the Predators. And at the end of the day, I think it's just the net got knocked off, and that's what the whistle was for. So it'll be an offensive zone faceoff for Nashville with 4:25 to go in the first period. And Sam Steele wins it back for Minnesota as they lift it up and out of the zone into the offensive end. Steele throws it in front, goes off of Yossi's skate, then bounces in. Now we got a penalty call, and looks like Duhaime is down for Minnesota, and the penalty's going to be coming. Beckman's not happy. And there's a little bit of a gathering here. Duhaime is just getting back to his skate, so it looks like he's bleeding from the mouth. And this was a little bit away from the play. Oh, it was a high stick. It was a high stick by Ryan Johansson. right to the teeth of Brandon Duhaime there. No wonder he's bleeding from the mouth. So this is good. This is going to be a power play for Minnesota and should be a 4-minute power play for Minnesota. As Duhaime takes Johansson's stick right to the teeth there. And that is going to be a 4-minute power play now for the Wild. And boy, what an opportunity this is to get themselves back in the game, get a goal on the board. They trail by 2. It is a double minor to Ryan Johansson for high sticking. And Minnesota to the 4-minute power play with 4:16 to go in the first. Eddie, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Great to see you. Really appreciate it. Because they're division rivals, John. Minnesota and Nashville are division rivals. They've hated each other for a long time. All right. Looks like the referees are taking a look at something here. I guess they're going to review the penalty. They're reviewing the high sticking call for some reason. It seemed pretty obvious, but I don't know what they're looking for. Yomo, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. It's great to have you in the chat. I don't know why they're reviewing this high stick. I mean, Johansson's stick pretty obviously comes up and just nails Duhaime right in the lower lip. Hey, what's going on, Fro? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Yes, Eddie. Jacob Middleton and Cole Smith fought not too long ago. So it'll be an offensive zone faceoff now for Minnesota. They'll have the 4-minute power play. 4:16 to go in the first period. They could really use a goal or two to get themselves going here as Nashville continues to hold the 2-0 lead. Ryan, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. That's one back off the draw, played by Addison to the middle of the ice. Top of the circle, Boldy. Long shot there, blockered up by Saros, ends up in the corner, and Nashville clears it down. As that's sent to the corner. And back to get it now. Minnesota has to regroup in their own zone. Good start to the penalty kill for the Preds. Wild with it through the middle into the offensive zone. Back now. Addison has it. Setting up. Has Zuccarello. That can't get the puck through to him as it's poked off his stick out to the neutral zone. Wild will have to re-enter. 3:20 to go now on the power play. Kaprizov carries it into the offensive zone. Sent to the corner, chasing after it. Heavy in on the forecheck. Able to get it back to Addison, who goes to the far side. Here's a deflection in front. That goes to the corner. Boldy plays it off the boards. To the far side now by the face-off circle. Out high to Addison. Back to the face-off circle. Shot gets fanned on and goes wide. Zuccarello didn't get all of that one. Played across again. Zuccarello with it. Off a skate in front. Taken by Nashville. They'll carry out. And the Preds clear again. This is brought into the offensive zone by Jeannot. And he'll play it back to the neutral zone as Nashville plays a little bit of keep away. 2:35 to go here on the power play. And it goes up and out. Kaprizov, Boldy, not happy with that. Minnesota's looking a little bit frustrated here. 2:36 to go on the power play. That they haven't really been able to get much going. Off the center ice draw, Minnesota has possession now into the offensive end, played to the corner. Jeremy, what's going on? Victoria, welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Back out to the blue line, out of the zone. Cleared again by Nashville, who's looking very sharp on this penalty kill so far. They're almost halfway through the double minor. Brodin carries back to the offensive zone. He's hit by Lauzon. Puck ends up to Colton Sissons. And it's cleared all the way down, back the other way. No real sustained pressure here for Minnesota as we're into the final 2 minutes of the penalty. 2:05 to go in the period. And this was an opportunity for the Wild to try and get their game going. And in fact, I think it's done the opposite. And it might be more of a discouragement here, the way that this power play's gone so far. Kaprizov takes it below the goal line. Wild finally setting up in the offensive end. Top of the circle, Zuccarello to Kaprizov. Back out to the point. Trying to work this one around. Long shot gets blocked. Granlund moves it to the middle. It's cleared out of the zone. Preds all the way down again. Kalen Addison's going to go back and get it. 1:12 to go on the power play. Minnesota running out of time. Carried up through into the offensive zone. Boldy, he drives wide. Takes it below the goal line. Looks for a wraparound, but can't get it on goal. Long shot by Kaprizov. Saros gets across on it. Puck's behind the net. Taken by Eriksson Ek. Pinching to keep it in. Now move to the middle. Here's Kaprizov. Hops over his stick. And the Predators clear it out. Here they come chasing as Eriksson Ek goes back to get it. He's pressured. Now Trennan comes in with a good hit. Steals the puck. Pass to the middle. Jankowski. He's going to play some keep away, but then lose it to Zuccarello. Sends it back up to Trennan. Trennan into the offensive zone. Pushed wide by Eriksson Ek. Final 30 seconds of the power play. Wild take it again. And Spurgeon has to curl back with only 20 seconds to go on the power play. 35 seconds left in the period. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Top of the circle. Played by Brodin. There's a shot and a glove save by Saros. He'll cover it up. And we get a little pushing after the whistle there as Brodin's not making friends. And we get a whistle here and an offensive zone draw coming for the Wild, who are running out of time on this 4-minute power play. Only a few seconds remain. Brendan, what's going on? Welcome in. Aiden, welcome in. Great to see you guys in the chat. Really appreciate you coming by tonight. 24 seconds to go in the first period. Predators continue to lead 2-0. And Shaw's going to get kicked out of the dot, so Dewar's going to have to come in to take it. Very much so, Ryan. Very much so. I really wanted to do this game because I knew it would be an exciting one and a physical one. Trying to work it around now. Power plays come to an end. Saros holds the post to keep it out. Puck's loose in front. We got a big pig pile for it in the crease as the referee blows the play dead. And Yossi drags Shaw off of the pile. And everybody settles down a little bit. Now 8.3 seconds to go in the first period. I don't think so, Aiden, no. I think they're better than they were last year, but I don't think they're making the playoffs. I have no idea, no, Mander. That's some sort of statistical thing that you would have to look up. I have absolutely no idea which period has more goals. Probably the third. If I had to guess, I would guess the third because of empty netters, but I don't know the statistics on that whatsoever. Moved out of the zone now. Final seconds of the first. And then one last dump in goes down below the goal line and we get a whistle. That is going to do it. Period 1 comes to a close with the Predators killing off the 4-minute double minor to Ryan Johansson and holding on to their 2-0 lead. So 20 minutes down, 40 minutes of action still to go. A great first period between Minnesota and Nashville. We had a fight, some scrums, a couple of goals. Niederreiter scored. I forget who had Nashville's other goal. It was Nino Niederreiter for the Preds, and oh my God, why am I blanking on who had the Duchesne had the second goal. So through 20 minutes, Nashville's got the 2-0 lead. We head to the intermission where we'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat. Thank you guys all so much for being here. It's great to see you. Really appreciate everyone watching. Please don't forget, really means a lot if you hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. And this has been a very fun game so far. I think it's only going to get better as we get deeper into it. Dean, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, overall, I still think Andrei Vasilevsky is probably the top goalie that I would like to have, although he hasn't had a great season this year. But if you're looking at just this season, so far the best goaltender this year, it's kind of tough to say. There's been a lot of guys off to really, really good starts, but I would say that Jake Ottinger, Carter Hart, Linus Ullmark, and Logan Thompson. There's really no separation right now. If you look at save percentage numbers, there's really not a lot of separation right now. As far as goaltenders that have played a significant number of games and have goals against under 2, Jake Ottinger and Linus Ullmark are the only goalies that have played at least 8 games and have a goals against under 2. If you're looking at save percentage, goalies that have played at least 8 games and have the highest save percentages, Jake Ottinger with a 938, Carter Hart with a 937, and Linus Ullmark with a 936. So, there's really not a lot of separation there as far as who's playing the best so far. But, so far this season, Ottinger and Ullmark have been absolutely phenomenal. They're near the top in both save percentage and goals against. New Jersey is definitely the biggest surprise as far as division leaders go. I mean, New Jersey is a massive surprise being in first place. I mean, very few people picked them to even be close to a playoff spot. Never mind, leading the division. Sorokin's been good. He's got a 932 save percentage and a 2.17 goals against average. So Sorokin's been good, but he has not been best in the league. Ullmark, let's see. Ullmark, Logan, I gotta sort this by. Ullmark and Ottinger have, Carter Hart, all have higher save percentages. Connor Hellebuck has a higher save percentage. But when you factor in goals against as well, Ottinger and Ullmark are the top ones that are in both categories, right up near the top. Sorokin and Carter Hart actually have very similar numbers in both save percentage and goals against. 932 save percentage for Sorokin, 937 for Carter Hart, 2.18 goals against average for Carter Hart, 2.17 goals against average for Ilya Sorokin. So they've been almost identical so far this season. Let's see. Connor Hellebuck's also had a very good start to the year. 935 save percentage and 2.08 goals against average. You want to know why Winnipeg is one of the best teams in the West right now? Connor Hellebuck and the way that he's played. Wow, Flyers have come back and tied the game at 2 against Columbus. That's big for Philadelphia. Trevor, the Blues held on to win the game 3-2 last night. Jude, what's going on? Welcome in. Ottawa Senators, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I saw a little bit about it, Ottawa Senators. I just really don't care about shit like that, but I saw the post on Twitter or whatever. That was obviously a huge that was a huge trade, Aiden, and It's working out really well for Vegas. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the league this year. Jack Eichel's playing incredibly well for them so far this season. And also the Sabres got some really good young talent that's also working out for them and going to work out for them long term. So that looks like a trade that's going to end up being a win-win for both sides. Vegas is certainly reaping the rewards of Jack Eichel right now. And obviously Buffalo got some really good young players that are going to be superstars for them down the line. I mean, they got Alex Tuch, who's a phenomenal player. Peyton Krebs, I still think, has a lot of potential, although he hasn't really produced at the NHL level yet. And I think down the road, that's going to be fine for the Sabres. And obviously, Jack Eichel wasn't playing with Buffalo the way that he is now with Vegas. So I think that's one of those trades that's going to end up being a good thing for both teams down the road. That's it. I mean, Varlamov. Is Varlamov in the last year of his contract? I think he might be, and that might make him movable. I don't. I mean, he's making what, like $4 million a year or $5 million a year. Let me pull up Cap Friendly here. Where are the Islanders at? I want to look at Varlamov's contract situation. Let's see. Varlamov's making $5 million this year. It's the last year of his deal. So yeah, he's movable. The problem with that though is that everything I've heard from Islanders fans is that Semyon Varlamov and Ilya Sorokin are really good friends, and I don't think Sorokin would be happy if Varlamov got moved. Because from everything I've heard from Islanders fans is that they get along really well and they're really good friends. And I think Sorokin would probably be a little upset if they move Varlamov, which, you know, there's something to be said about, you know, when they're, you know, the mental aspect of that from a goaltender's standpoint. So, you know, that's definitely something to consider for the Islanders. But if Ilya Sorokin goes to the Isles and says, I don't want Varlamov moved, then I don't think they should move him. Because the only bad things can happen if you piss off Sorokin, who, funny enough, only has 1 year left after this one on his contract. So Sorokin's under contract for this season and next year, but he'll be a UFA after next season. And I think if you're the Islanders, you should be trying to sign Sorokin long-term to be your long-term starter in goal. What's going on, Hockey Legend? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. No, Swayman is ahead of schedule in his return, no Mander, and I believe has started practicing again for the Bruins. So he's not gonna be out too much longer. It's pretty early, Aiden. I mean, there are certainly teams that I expect to make the playoffs, but nobody's locked in yet. But obviously New Jersey's looked absolutely fantastic. I think it's going to be hard for New Jersey to miss the playoffs with 12 wins already. They would really have to lose a lot of games in the second half of the season for them to blow this great start that they've had. The Islanders look good. I think the Isles probably get back to the postseason this year. Carolina should get in. Rangers haven't looked great so far, but at the end of the day, I think they should end up being a playoff team. Boston is in a similar situation to New Jersey, where they've had such a good start that they would have to, I mean, really go on some bad losing streaks to blow the lead that they've gotten with 14 wins already. Toronto probably makes the playoffs. Tampa Bay and Florida are going to be interesting. They're interesting because they haven't played great so far this year. I wonder if maybe only one of those get in and one of them ends up missing. Detroit has lost to their last couple games. I thought Detroit could be a dark horse playoff team, but they've kind of tailed off a little bit. So I'll keep them on the outside for now. Western Conference is a little more up for grabs right now. I would say Vegas has definitely assured themselves a really good chance of making the postseason with 13 wins already. LA also has 10 wins. They're looking a lot better recently. Other than that, you've got a lot of teams that are on the line right now. I mean, with no doubt, Edmonton and Calgary should both make the playoffs, but neither of them are playing like they want to guarantee it right now. Calgary currently is outside of a playoff spot. Edmonton is right on the line. Minnesota is right on the line. Nashville and St. Louis have both had unimpressive starts to the season. Nobody is locked in yet. I mean, if you look at the teams that have double-digit wins and already have 10-plus wins in the win column, assuming those teams make it, you've got New Jersey, the Islanders, Carolina, Boston, Vegas, and LA. Those are your teams that have 10 wins already on the season and are at least having good starts or in good shape or in a good shape right now. After that, I mean, it's an absolute dogfight. Teams are not separated by a lot of points this early in the season. And, I mean, you've still got 60-plus games of hockey to go. So there's a lot that's going to change between now and the end of the year, I can tell you that. There's still a lot of changes that are going to happen between now and the end of the season. Daniel, what's going on? Igor, welcome in. Thank you for being here. There's a lot of can make it's. There's a lot of can make it's, but not everybody can make it. At the end of the day, there's only 8 spots in each conference. So, like always, there's going to be some teams left on the outside that we thought might be playoff teams that are going to end up not being playoff teams. And that happens every year, and without a doubt, it's going to happen again this year to somebody. It is not a real rink, Igor. It is a picture. The Avalanche are fine. I mean, they haven't been spectacular, but they're fine. I'm interested to see if Winnipeg and Dallas can keep up the way that they're playing, because both of them have been way better than I thought they were going to be this year. When I did my predictions, I didn't have Winnipeg or Dallas making the playoffs, and now it looks like they both might. So assuming Winnipeg and Dallas makes the playoffs, there's 2 spots from the Central right there. Now who's going to be left on the outside? You've got Colorado, assuming that they're going to make it. There's 3 spots from the Central gone like that. Now you've got Minnesota, Nashville, and St. Louis, who are all expected to be, in playoff contention this year, fighting for maybe 1 spot. Somebody's going to get left out, and it's going to end up being a disappointment. And it's pretty early to tell who that is going to be. Again, things are going to change a lot between now and April. Anaheim's done. I mean, any team that has 4 wins, they're done. Anaheim's done. Vancouver's done. Let's see. Ottawa's at 5 wins. They're not making the playoffs. There's too many good teams in the Atlantic for Ottawa to make the playoffs. They're done. Columbus only has 4 wins. They're done. San Jose only has 5 wins. I would say they're probably done as well. So those are the teams that I would probably count out at this point. San Jose, Vancouver, Anaheim, Ottawa, and Columbus. I would say those teams probably have a less than 1% chance of making the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh sitting in 7th place in the division right now. Who would have guessed that? 15 games into the year, Pittsburgh was going to be sitting second to last place in the Metro. Like, that's pretty surprising to see the Penguins that low. And Washington is also out of a playoff spot at this point. So is this the year? Is this the year that that Washington and Pittsburgh don't make the playoffs? Like. The East is better than the West, Jeremy. I don't know if it'll be that drastic of a difference, but the East is definitely better than the West. And I think the East will end up with a better differential than the West. And I think in games where the Eastern Conference plays the Western Conference, the East is going to win more of those games than the Western Conference will. Pittsburgh has 6 wins, Joseph. They do not have 4. Pittsburgh has 6 wins. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 6-6-3 this season. Flames are not out, Zachy. Not even close. Calgary right now has won their last 2 games. They're only 2 points back of Edmonton with a game in hand. And they're only 3 points back of Seattle with a game in hand. So the Flames aren't even close to being out. They're less than 3 points out of a playoff spot. If I switch it from divisional to wild card, Calgary is in a playoff spot right now. So I don't know how you could possibly say that the Flames are out when they are in a playoff spot right now. If the season ended right now, the Calgary Flames are in the playoffs as the second wild card team in the Western Conference. So they are a long way away from being out. The Boston Bruins are the best team in the NHL. I don't know what hockey you've been watching, but it obviously hasn't been the NHL. Rory, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Good to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. We're getting ready for the second period. And just about to drop the puck. Ready for period number 2. Nashville with the 2-0 lead over Minnesota. A very strong first period from the Predators. And we'll see what the middle frame brings as Minnesota is trying to get themselves back into this game. Teams are lined up at the center dot. And we are about to go as the puck is dropped. It's won back by the Wild. Second has begun. Dumped into the offensive zone. That's sent to the corner. Played by Gaudreau. Up the boards. Down behind the net. Played by Kaprizov to the corner. He chases against Granlund. Granlund works it to the blue line, but not out. Long shot misses wide. Wild here, trying to keep it in the attacking end. Gaudreau and Zuccarello digging for it in the corner. Kaprizov comes in to help. 30 seconds into the period. Good start. And that's all the way down. Behind the net. And taken here by Gaudreau. Worked up now. Dumped all the way. And 19:08 to go in the second. Matthew, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Right off the draw there. That's deflected up into the netting by Marc-Andre Fleury, and Nashville will get another attacking zone faceoff. 19:03 now to go. We're not even a minute into this second. Pretty choppy start to the middle frame here As the Preds looking to extend their lead. And Minnesota trying to find a way to get themselves on the scoreboard. Still down by a couple goals. Played around now to the corner. Taken by Niederreiter. Played up. Top of the circle. Long shot. Just goes wide. Rebound chance. Fleury comes across and gets a blocker on it. Big save there by Fleury. Keeping this a 2-goal game. As Minnesota can clear it all the way down. It's taken behind the net. And we've got another fight. Second scrap of the game. As Jeremy Lauzon and Marcus Foligno go. And Foligno hammers Lauzon down to the ice. And our second fight of the game. The first here of this period. Marcus Foligno and Jeremy Lauzon dropped the gloves. And it was all Foligno in that one. As he hammered some right hands and dragged Lauzon down. So, trying to pump some more energy into this one early in period 2. Lauzon steps up, lays a nice hit on Foligno as he clears the zone. Then they start talking, and they decide, why not? Let's go. And they tied up early, and then Foligno came over with some hard right hands to the body of Lauzon, and Lauzon got dragged down to the ice and ends up ending that one rather quickly. As we're back out now, neutral zone. Minnesota off the draw, D to Dumba. Dumped into the offensive end. Down low to the corner. Played around here by Marco Rossi. Kaprizov, back now Dumba. Saros gets knocked down as a player falls into him. Now Rossi takes it back. He's back to his skates. Out high to Kaprizov. His stick snaps in half. Trying to work it around. Cy, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat, my man. Thanks for coming by as Trennan gets it out of the zone. Back the other way. Yakov Trennan trying to get a pass through Brodin, but he sends it below the goal line, getting in the way. Minnesota takes it now. Brodin trying to break out. Up to Kaprizov. Pass through the middle, out to the neutral zone, over the red line, and dumped in by Minnesota. They send it deep. McDonough plays it for Nashville behind the net. Cleared up into the offensive zone. Merrill back to get it for Minnie. Trying to work it now. Sisson's heavy in on the forecheck. Predators go back on the attack. Puck in the corner. Taken away by Eriksson Ek. Lifted up off the glass. Cleared and out. And Minnesota chases McDonough, but he sends it back to the neutral zone. Now Mason Shaw steals for the Wild into the attacking end. He fires a shot. Saros makes the save. And he'll cover that one with 17:12 to go here in the second. And we've got an offensive zone faceoff for Minnesota on the way as they still look for their first goal of the game. One off the draw. Quick shot in there. Saros snags it with the glove. All right, see you later, Andrew. Have a good night. Saros quick with the glove as Beckman fired that one on. Be another attacking zone draw for the Wild here. So trying to get something going in the offensive zone. Off the faceoff. Played down low. Down in the corner. Preds trying to chip it out. Kalen Addison keeps it in. Both teams digging for it. Eventually Nashville clears to the red line. Duhaime throws it back up, but the Preds come the other way. Stolen again at the blue line by Minnesota. Minnesota with it now. Moved up over the red line into the offensive end. Move pass through. Beckman can't get a shot off. Preds take it. They lift that out to the neutral zone. And it's brought right back in by the Wild as they carry up. Thrown in on Saros. He gloves it down. It's played by Duchesne. Moved up. And across here. Down Line change coming for the Preds as it's carried by Spurgeon. Dumped deep on the backhand. Cycles it around. 16:10 to go in the second. Back out high. Stolen away by Forsberg. He clears it up. Played now into the offensive zone. Parsonen gets hip checked down and the Wild take it. They'll try and come the other way. It's stolen back by Forsberg. Chance high slot shot blocked. Nashville working it around. Out to the point. McDonough keeps it in the blue line. Second chance. Goodrow clears. Back the other way. Wild into the offensive zone. Zuccarello gets knocked down. Behind the net. Saros leaves it for McDonough. McDonough with the long pass. Played up through neutral ice into the offensive zone. Forecheck coming for Nashville. Puck moved by the Wild. Dumba up the boards. Clears it to the red line. Taken into the offensive zone. Trying to work this through the middle. Big shot there and a nice save by Saros. AJ, what's going on? Carl, welcome in. Good to see you guys in the chat. Really appreciate it. Back the other way, all the way down. And on the forecheck comes Nashville now. Slade Wolf, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Sladed Wolf. Really, really appreciate it. And let's give a warm welcome on the channel. As Minnesota here, trying to get it out of their zone. Nashville causing some trouble in front. As that's lifted up and through the neutral zone. 14.5 to go here in the second period. Starting to get a little flow to this middle frame now as Fabro takes the hit. Taken in now. Shot there fired wide of Fleury. Preds back in on the attack. Trying to cycle it around in the offensive zone. Here's Smith down in the corner. He gets double teamed. The puck gets moved and Minnesota will take it up the boards. And lift that one all the way down. No icing as the Preds go back to get it. Taken now in the corner. 13:55 to go in the second. Played now at the red line. Dumped into the offensive zone. Back the other way. Here comes Nashville. Tolvanen on the attack. Pass to the far side. Shot in there. Misses wide. Worked back the other way by Minnesota. They'll chase it. Saros comes out to play it as Steele comes in. Up the middle through neutral ice. Over the line. Niederreiter will dump it. And Middleton plays it now for Minnesota. But we get a whistle. And a stoppage here. We'll see what it's for. And it's a too many men on the ice penalty. And I believe that was too many men on the ice against Nashville. Let's see here. The app hasn't updated. I just heard it. It was too many men on the ice against somebody. But we're going to have a power play for... We're going to have a power play when we get back from this commercial break. I'm just not sure for who. It looks like the Preds were holding the puck when they blew that dead, but maybe not. I wish the NHL app was up to date with time-wise. Then it would show it, but of course it's behind like always. Have a good night, Matthew. Welcome in. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome to have you here. Welcome in, Dan. Thank you for being here. It's awesome to have you in the chat. Really appreciate it. So second period action. Somebody's going to be on a power play here when we come back after the too many men penalty. But I couldn't tell who it was on. They just blew the play dead and went to the commercial. No, yeah, it is on Nashville. Minnesota to the power play. So I was right about that. Minnesota to the power play. NHL app finally updated. And it was too many men against the Predators. Michael, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Awesome to have you in the chat. We've got a pretty good game going here between the Wild and Preds. Physical game, 2 fights, couple of goals as well. Predators leading 2-0. And Minnesota with a power play chance here, trying to get a goal on the board and cut this to a 1-goal game. All right, see you later, Adam. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Well, here we go now. Offensive zone draw. One back by the Wild. Setting up on the power play. Kaprizov shot. Save by Saros. Kept in the offensive zone. Working this one around. Out high. Addison to the far side. There's a shot. Blocker save on Boldy by Saros. To the near side corner. That's stolen away by the Preds. They get it up the boards and they finally clear it out. Here comes Jeannot up ice. Tanner Jeannot into the offensive end. Kept to the outside by Addison, and he's just going to eat it along the boards and kill some clock. Now he'll peel back as it's stolen by Trennan, and the Predators play a little bit of keep away as they watch the clock tick down. Down to 1:17 to go on the mini power play. Fleury behind the net leaves it. Minnesota trying to come up ice. Here's Matthew Boldy into the offensive zone. He gets hit along the boards. Trying to dig this puck out. And the Predators do as they clear it back to the neutral zone. Into the offensive end, taken there and sent right back out by the Predators as they clear. And a good kill so far for Nashville as this Minnesota power play struggling to get anything going. Back again to the neutral zone. Only 30 seconds left on the power play. We've ticked under 12 minutes to go in the second as we approach the halfway point of this game. Into the offensive end. Here's Rossi out high. He plays it over to the far side. Spurgeon back to the blue line. Brodin now to Rossi on the half wall on the near side. Chance in front for Foligno. He just tucks it wide. Couldn't get it through Saros. Taken in the corner. Good row. Back to Rossi. Final 5 seconds of the power play. And Freddie Goodrow will play this one. We're back to even strength as the penalty comes to an end. Chance in front. Good job clearing the middle of the ice for Nashville. The power play's over. We're back to 5-on-5, and they're up into the offensive end as Fleury has to make a save. Foligno comes away with the puck. 11:05 left in the period. Minnesota trying to break out of their zone. They are now 0 for 3 on the power play so far. Or maybe 0 for 4 now, actually, with that last one. Yeah, 0 for 4 now for Minnesota on the power play. Brought up now into the offensive zone. 10.5 minutes to go in the second. Nashville with it. Back out high. Taken there by McDonough. Off glass. Dumba gets hit. He's knocked down there by Johansson. Puck battle forward in the corner. Minnesota's able to get it up and out of the zone. They'll clear. I mean, he's 37 years old, Nomander. I mean, it is what it is at this point. He's still solid, but he's not at in his prime. Minnesota setting up now offensive zone. Dumba with it. Along the sideboards, top of the circle. Driving in, shot there. Saros with the save. Rebound, save again. Saros with 2 huge stops to keep Minnesota off the board. Wild keep it in the attacking zone, though. Trying to move this one. Down low, in front. Stolen away by Nashville. They'll clear. And that's knocked down. Behind the net. Saros leaves it for McDonough. 9.5 to go in the second. We're past the halfway point of this game. Preds still up by 2. Minnesota trying to get on the board. Played here by Zuccarello. He's checked along the wall. Carrier takes the puck. Kaprizov comes in to help out. Here's Goodrow now. Back to the blue line. Over to Addison. Kalen Addison with it. Long shot. Deflected up into the netting. And we'll get a whistle with 9:11 to go in the second period. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Wild when we come back from this commercial. And still a 2-0 lead for the Nashville Predators. Nino Niederreiter and Matt Duchene with the goals. Hey, that's awesome, Slated Wolf. Yeah, he's been out of Minnesota for a while now, but definitely still a very effective player. Had some good years in Carolina. And now with Nashville, he's had a very solid start to the season. Yes, that's Hayden Fleury, Daniel. There's also Cale Fleury in Seattle. So Fleury is a pretty common French Canadian name. So we go to a commercial break here. Second period, just past the halfway point. Nashville still holding on to the 2-0 lead. Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. It's awesome to have you here. Much appreciated. Please don't forget, really means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. We're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Tomorrow night, I'll be doing a doubleheader. First game at 7:30 will be the St. Louis Blues versus Chicago Blackhawks. And then after that, we'll go right into the LA Kings versus Edmonton Oilers at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So 2 games tomorrow night here on the channel. Doubleheader stream. Gonna be a lot of fun. Scottish Eagle, what is going on? Welcome in. Great to have you in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. Just over 9 minutes to go here in the second, and it will be an ozone draw for the Wild as we come back from the break. Yeah, definitely Jeremiah. But I think once Pacioretty is healthy and in that lineup, maybe not as much. But right now, with Pacioretty out, definitely missing a scorer for the Canes right now. Ozone draw, Freddie Gaudreau gonna take it. It's one back defensively, though, by the Preds, and they'll start the breakout up ice. Rimmed up the boards, kept in, though, by Spurgeon. Now it's down in the corner, everybody digging for it. Hulk Hogan, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you in the chat, as this one's played up the boards. Spurgeon again sends it deep, but that's knocked down by Parsonen, and Nashville's able to clear. That's a 5-4 game right now. I'd love to see Buffalo come back just because that'd be hilarious for Vancouver to blow another lead. But percentage-wise, it's probably still it's still the Canucks game to lose, but I would love to see Buffalo come back. That'd be hilarious. When, Eddie? I know that it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but I haven't heard about any snow around here. Gordon, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes, Michael, Kings Oilers tomorrow night. Gonna be fun. My phone says rain, Eddie. We're not getting snow. It's not below freezing. It's gonna be rain. 8:10 to go here in the second. Minnesota carries it out of their zone into the offensive end. Trying to cycle it around now. Yeah, I know that Western Mass is going to get snow tonight, but where I am is not. I'm in southeastern Mass, and it's not nearly as cold here as it is in the western part of the state. Moved up now into the offensive end. And the Predators are offsides entering the zone. We'll get a whistle. 7:45 remaining in the second, and it will be a neutral zone draw coming up. Nashville still up 2-0. Both goals coming back in the first. All right, Doc, sounds good. Again, I think the percentages say the Canucks will win that game and hang on to the lead. But it would be hilarious if they didn't, because Vancouver's already blown a season's worth of leads already this season, and we're not even 20 games in. So if they did it again, it would be pretty funny. But they shouldn't. There's no reason for them not to be able to hold that lead. Moved up now through the neutral zone. Big hit on Lauzon in front of the Minnesota bench. And now here come the Wild into the offensive zone. Trying to drive this one through to the corner. Now to the near side. Addison across the blue line. Trying to play it down low. Cycle game going. Mason Shaw after it. And Addison keeps it in. Pred's trying to clear, but the defenseman doesn't have a stick. Shaw to the middle. Now in front. Knocked down again by the Wild as they play it. Spin around shot doesn't get through. Lauzon still stickless. Forward finally helps him out and gives him one. Up the boards it goes. Move to the middle. Kept in. Hey, thank you, Gordon. Appreciate it. Addison spins off of Smith's check. Drives in. Then it's poked away by Sissons. Behind the net now. Trying to play it in front. Minnesota looking for their first goal. In the attacking zone. Dumba goes D-to-D. Out high now. Here's Sam Steele. Plays it through for Shaw. Shaw just going to play it to the middle of the ice. There, spin around shot from Dewar. And that's easily gloved by Saros as he grabs that. 6:11 to go in the second period. And it'll be an offensive zone draw for Minnesota. They're out shooting the Predators 25-17. But they still haven't gotten a goal on the board. And it's still a 2-0 lead for Nashville. Hey, there you go. There you go, Jeremiah. Now that he's back in the lineup, that'll be a big boost to the Red Wings' top six. Patrice Bergeron, hockey legend. So that's lifted out all the way down. And an icing there by Nashville. It will come back to their zone. And Minnesota will get another offensive zone faceoff. 6:02 to go here in the second period. And Preds still holding on. The Wild are getting shots, but just not able to get anything in the back of the net. 25 shots, still nothing as far as goals are concerned. Lifted up and out to the neutral zone. Trying to get it to the middle there. Dumba takes it back for Minnesota. And he'll just play D-to-D. Carried ahead by Brodin. He dumps it into the offensive end. Around the boards, Goodrow comes in heavy on the forecheck. Back out high. Up the boards to the middle. Here's a chance now into the offensive zone. Nashville. Yossi tries to get a pass through, but not able to connect. And that ends up below the goal line where the Wild will take it back. Some more pushing and shoving away from the play, but Minnesota's able to get it out to the neutral zone. Here's Parsonen back in. Stolen, though, by the Wild, and they come back up ice. Red line and dumped in. No icing. Saros comes out to play it to Fabro. Sends it up the wall. Now over the red line into the offensive zone. Nashville on the attack. They get a line change. Drop pass by the faceoff dot. Below the goal line. Circling around in the offensive zone. Played to the point. Down to the corner. Taken into the middle. Here's Forsberg trying to drive it to the net. Parsonen takes it. And cycle game going now for the Predators in the offensive zone. So that's lifted out to neutral ice. And then pops into the Nashville bench, and we'll get a whistle. And a stoppage here with 4:29 to go in the second period. Neutral zone face-off coming up, and Nashville still with the 2-0 lead. Smokey Dan, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Great to have you in the chat. Very solid game going here between the Nashville Predators and Minnesota Wild. Big third period coming up, but we still got a little bit of time left here in the second. Minnesota trying to fight hard for their first goal. Haven't gotten it yet. Yes, Caps and Penguins, Isaac, have not had strong starts to the season. Yeah, all those 7 p.m. started games are either probably finishing up now or have finished at this point. The Canucks did hang on to win. The Canucks did hang on to win 5-4 over Buffalo. The Maple Leafs beat the Penguins 5-2, and the Panthers beat the Capitals 5-2. Stars Lightning is 4-3 Lightning. Devils have a 4-1 lead over the Canadiens, and the Blue Jackets have a 4-3 lead over the Flyers in the other games that are getting close to finishing. 10 o'clock games will be starting in about half an hour. We're back from the commercial break here. And it looks like it's going to be an offensive zone face-off maybe here for Nashville. Nope, it is neutral zone. Never mind. It is right out in the neutral zone by the Nashville bench. 4:29 to go in the period. And taking off the draw, Minnesota defenseman D-to-D, Addison passes it up, red line, and Boldy has that one deflected up and out of play. And we'll get a whistle and another quick face-off coming up. All right, sounds good, Scottish Eagle. Have a great night. Thanks so much for stopping in. Much appreciated. Awesome to have you here as always. Working it now below the goal line. Foligno comes in on the forecheck, but Nashville tries to move it. They can't get it out. Minnesota with it down low. Played from the corner. Out high. Here's Addison. D-to-D for Merrill. Played to Foligno up the half boards. He drops it over now. Sidewall into the middle. Foligno gets it back. Loses it to the corner, but keeps the puck in Minnesota possession. Hey, Slated Wolf with the 2. Let's get some dono hype in the chat for Slated Wolf. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. And now we got some more pushing and shoving after the whistle as Saros grabbed that one, and these teams come together again. As Foligno was right in the mix. Couple of Predators in there as well. All right, no worries, Gordon. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Ikeiko, what's going on? Welcome in. Really appreciate you coming by. And we got some more action post-whistle between these two teams as Saros gloved that one. And then we had a little pushing and shoving, a little scrum going on afterwards. And it looks like Marco Rossi's getting a penalty out of that, and it's going to put Nashville on the power play. So out of that whole scrum, Marco Rossi gets the initial penalty for bumping into UC Saros. So that's where the penalty was. He bumped Saros right as he was making that save. And it will be a goaltender interference call against Rossi. That puts the Predators on the power play, a chance to extend the lead to 3. That shot gets wired high. Kept in, though, by Duchesne. Far side, top of the circle, deflected in front. Minnesota gets to the loose puck, and they'll carry it out. Back up ice into the offensive end. Wild chasing to the corner. It's Eriksson Ek. They need to kill this one off. They don't want to go down by 3. Nino Niederreiter and Matt Duchesne have the goals for Nashville, Keika. Played behind the net now. Taken up by Yossi. He'll drop past it. 1:17 still to go on the power play. 3 minutes to go in the second period. Played to the corner. Duchesne knocks his man down, but Minnesota takes the puck, and we've got a delayed penalty call coming up against Nashville. They're going to call Duchesne there for knocking his guy down, and I wonder if it's going to be a cross-checking penalty. If I had to guess, that's what it will be. Nope, it's interference. Never mind. Not a cross-check. It's interference. Either way, Matt Duchene goes to the penalty box, and we're going to have some 4-on-4 action. So this ought to open the ice up a little bit. Some 4-on-4. And for 1 minute and 5 seconds, we're going to have some open ice. Scroll back on the stream, Dan, about 30 seconds, and I just answered that. Offensive zone draw now for Minnesota. They can't win it back, though, as Nashville takes it. We're ticking down now. 2:40 to go in the second period. JT, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Moved up now. Preds into the offensive zone. Not able to cut to the middle. Back the other way. Taken out of the zone by Eriksson Ek. Wild with it. Dumba back to Eriksson Ek. And now Middleton will play it back. 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Minnesota carries through the neutral zone. Melatonin, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to have you in the chat. I think if Connor Hellebuck keeps playing the way that he has to start the season, then yes. As Kaprizov gets a shot off there and a big save by Saros. The Winnipeg Jets, are kind of live and die by Connor Hellebuck in goal. If Hellebuck is playing as well as he has been, they're going to win a lot of games. If Hellebuck kind of falls off and, back to how he was playing last season, then Minnesota might drop. But I think if Hellebuck's playing the way that he has and putting up the save percentage that he is, then Winnipeg's going to play a lot of win a lot of games. That was a fantastic trade by the LA Kings. That was exactly the kind of player that the Kings needed. They were lacking for offense last season, and Fiala's a great scorer. It was a fantastic move by the Kings to get Kevin Fiala. All right, so we got another penalty call here. That's going to do it for the 4-on-3, although not for long. We're going to have a 7-second Nashville power play. 4-on-3. So actually, it's not even a regular power play. It's 4-on-3. And then it's going to go back to 4-on-4 after this. Too many men penalty against the Minnesota Wild. So now both teams have taken a too many men penalty in this game. As Fleury grabs that one with the glove from Josi and covers it up right as that brief power play does end. And we're right back now to 4-on-4 for the next 52 seconds. Taken down low now. Worked below the goal line. Played there by Gaudreau. Into the offensive end, Zuccarello. Takes that back the other way. Here comes Nashville into the offensive zone. Driving in. 30 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Minute 15 to go in the period. Back the other way now. Zuccarello steals. Wild up ice. In on the attack. Trying to drive this one back. And Minnesota looking for a play across the ice. Hops over Gaudreau's stick. Down in the corner, both teams fighting for it. Baker, what's going on? Welcome in. Isaiah, great to have you in the chat. Thanks so much for being here. Final seconds ticking off the 4-on-4. And now it goes to another Nashville power play. This time it's a regular power play for the Preds for 50 seconds to go. Down to 35 left in the period. It will carry over into the third if they don't score. Nashville into the offensive zone. Move to the middle. Back here. Taken in the corner. Played below the goal line. Looking for a pass out to the top of the circle. Now Tolvanen back to the top of the circle. Long shot gets blocked. And Minnesota's able to clear it all the way down. 15 seconds left. Maybe one more rush for the Preds. Into the attacking zone, Josi. He gets hit. And Minnesota clears again. Brought back in by Niederreiter, but the play was offsides. And we're going to get a whistle in the neutral zone faceoff with 2.4 seconds to go in the second period. And it is going to be right outside of the Minnesota zone here for the draw. But that pretty much ends the chance of there being a goal in this period. And we are likely going to head to the second intermission with a 2-0 hockey game. And right off the draw, the horn sounds. That does it. A little bit of power play time. Literally a very little, like just a few seconds of power play time will carry over into the third period. But we are headed to the second intermission here. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes of action to go. And Nashville still with the 2-0 lead over Minnesota, who is going to be desperate in the third to try and find any offense they can get. We'll have some time now to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for the third to begin. Thank you guys so much for watching. Great to have you tonight. Appreciate everyone being here. And please don't forget, it means a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. And we're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, have some fun, and enjoy hockey. So, couple goals, couple fights, some scrums, and a pretty typical divisional battle here between Minnesota and Nashville. Tell you what, the Wild are going to have to find some offense quickly. They're just not getting super high-quality chances, haven't found the back of the net yet, and Nashville's doing a good job of really keeping a lot of the play to the outside and not allowing those high-quality opportunities for Minnesota. They're going to have to find a way to get it going offensively in the third if they're going to have any chance of coming back in this one. If not, the Preds are in really good shape, and it looks like they're in a good spot here heading into the final 20 minutes. Stars and Lightning going to overtime. So, tie game there, going to OT. Both teams get a point. We'll see who gets the second one. Hey, no worries, Trevor. Thank you. Appreciate it. That definitely helps a lot. Really helps with the algorithm and more people seeing this stream. All right. That drink's gone. Looks like I got to add a little bit more JMO and finish off this can of ginger ale. Make a little half a drink for the third period. Not even really half, honestly. Ooh, that's a decent amount of JMO there. Let's go. Hey, William, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And you've come to the right place, William. This is a channel for all hockey fans. I cover the entire NHL, and really glad to have you here. Hockey is my favorite sport as well. I started playing when I was 6 years old, played all the way through high school. I still get out there and play some pond hockey when I can. But I don't play anything organized anymore. But I played hockey for a long time, and it's always been my favorite sport. Ever since I was a little kid and could even comprehend what sports were, hockey was my number one. Hey, there you go, Baker. That's a lot of fun. I got a JMO and ginger, but hey, a drink's a drink. It's all good shit. I have no idea, Michael. I don't watch soccer at all, So I have no idea who's even good in soccer and who's not. My favorite type of drink, there's no one standout, AJ. I drink a lot of different things. Pink Whitney's, since it's come out, has always been a favorite of mine. Jameson I really like. Captain Morgan is my kind of one. Rum is kind of my summer drink. I like to make a lot of rum drinks in the summer. Whiskey in the winter, rum in the summer is kind of how it goes. And then I like a lot of different beers. I mean, there's more beers that I like than I don't like, so I'll drink almost anything. No, this hat is for the original 6 in the NHL. The Rangers, Blackhawks, Bruins, Red Wings, Canadiens, and Maple Leafs. This is an original 6 hat. Game's been good, Andrew. Game's been good. Couple fights, couple goals, and a big third period coming up as Minnesota's got to do something to try and get back into this one. And obviously Nashville's going to be looking to hold the lead. Hey, it's one of my favorites as well, Jeremiah. Absolutely. So, with you on that. Hey, no worries, William. No worries. I completely understand, and just glad to have you here when you're able to. We're happy to have you here in the chat and appreciate you coming by. Also, I think there's more people in the chat now than when I mentioned it earlier, so I want to make sure that everybody hears about this. I'll also be posting about it tomorrow, but we found out the day that I'm going to be doing our 10K celebration stream for hitting 10,000 subscribers. It's going to be Friday night, so looks like the boys are coming over Friday night. Everyone was available. Seth is a question mark, but everyone else said that they could do Friday, so Friday night, I'm not sure exactly what time yet, but probably we'll be live for most of the night. It's going to be a party stream. It's just going to be a big celebration with my friends and me for 10,000 subs. And so I know a lot of you have been asking about when I was going to do that. We finally found a night that we were all available and able to do it. So I'll have more information on that tomorrow, but I just want to let you guys that are here know that we've found out when that's going to be. Do I smoke, Michael? Well, what do you smoke? What? Because there's different versions of smoking depending on what you smoke. I don't smoke. The only thing I smoke like semi-regularly is cigars. My few of my friends and I are kind of not getting into cigars, but we smoke cigars on like occasions when there's a party or something of special occasion that night. But that's all I smoke. Actually, I gotta order some more. Actually, I'm down to my last 5, so this week I gotta order some more. Thank you, JT. Appreciate it. Thank you, Baker. Appreciate it. Honestly, Jeremiah, like I don't really have any sort of plan for it. So we're just gonna see how it goes and where the night takes us. Like, obviously, like I'm gonna be here. All my friends are gonna be here. We're gonna be having a fun night. Like, it's gonna be a bit of a party. We're gonna have a fun night, and then as far as what we do on stream exactly, I know that I'm gonna be answering some questions. We might have some beer pong going. I could, like, you know, Streamlabs has collab cam now. I could get some of you guys in on the stream, you know, if you wanted to come in like 5 or 10 minute intervals of just, you know, saying something or being on the stream. Like, I don't really have a plan, to be honest with you. It's just gonna be a party, and we'll see what it brings, and it's gonna be fun, and yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there, but I'm excited to get a chance to have some fun with my friends. And for those of you that have been on the channel for a long time, if you remember back to like early 2020, before the season stopped for COVID, like those first couple months of 2020, where I was streaming at Josh's a lot and some of the streams were getting pretty wild. It's kind of going to be a throwback stream to that time of how we were doing it back then. And obviously we had a lot of fun. That Stadium Series stream from the Kings versus Avalanche game in February of 2020, that will always be, I don't think there will ever be a more legendary stream on this channel than that one. I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous, all the things that happened that night. So it's kind of going to be a little bit of throwback to those party streams from early 2020. Maybe Duck. Again, I don't have like a full plan or any idea of exactly how it's going to go throughout the night. But I'm going to be live for quite a while. I figure this is going to be a pretty long stream because we're going to be partying and stuff. So, I mean, again, we'll figure out what is going to happen as we get closer. But I don't have a lot of plans. We're just going to have a lot of fun. You guys will get to see Brody and Josh and Will, you know, all the friends. Maybe Seth, he's the only question mark right now. And just have some fun and enjoy a big milestone, which was pretty cool to hit. Yeah, what am I doing on Thanksgiving, No Mander? I'm going to my aunt's for Thanksgiving. My whole family is going to my aunt's house, and we'll be having Thanksgiving dinner and watching football and everything there. Honestly, Jeremiah, that's a great question because I want to get the members involved in some way as well, and make it so I'm thinking about like starting it as like a members. Maybe make like the first half hour members only, and then opening it up to everybody after that first half. I want to do something special for the members on the channel because obviously they pay for a membership and you know they're you know get special perks on the channel. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm thinking about maybe starting it at 7:30 and having the first half hour be members only, and then from 8 o'clock on open it up to everybody. And I have no idea how long it will go, but I'm just trying to think of something to get the members involved early on so they get a little something special. Joe, it's not looking great. I will definitely say that it's not looking great. If the game is not over, there's still 20 minutes of hockey left. So if Minnesota scores early, if Minnesota scores early in the third, then they're obviously right back in the game. It's a 1-goal game again. You know, just the way that they've not really been able to get much going offensively in this game doesn't look great for the third period for any sort of comeback, but it's certainly not impossible. So Killorn called game and the Lightning win in overtime. That's a big win for them. Have a good night, Daniel. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so right now my idea, Jeremiah, is that at 7:30 I'll go live members only. And then at 8 o'clock after that first half an hour, I'll open it up to everybody. And then it will just be the 10K celebration stream with everybody from 8 o'clock on. And you know, we'll just have fun and enjoy the night and you know, have a little bit of a party with my friends and you know guys that were on the channel going back literally 2 years now. I mean, even longer than that. Even the 2019 playoffs, I was streaming some of the games at Josh's. Like Josh was on, Seth was on, Brody was on, like It's a throwback, and it's fun to look back on those early streams at the time. I mean, I remember like now it was a couple years ago, but feels like not that long ago that I was happy just to get 20 people watching the stream. If I got 20 people, I was like, oh my god, this is like the biggest stream. If I got a few hundred views on the stream, I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. Now, like, the channel's come such a long way over the last 2 years. It's fun to look back on those, but the other thing that's fun to look back on those times is like the style of stream that's kind of changed now as the channel's gotten bigger. I focus a lot on play-by-play, and you know, things have settled down a little bit during most of the time on the streams here. Things have settled down a little bit compared to how they used to be. But looking back to those like early wild streams with my friends on, where we were just like, you know, doing shots and talking about all kinds of random shit and like cracking a bunch of jokes and stuff. Like, it's fun to throw back to that for sure. Hey, Cowboys Nation, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Honestly, Jeremiah, I don't know if you can Uber Eats booze to somebody's house in Mass. I don't have Uber Eats or use that, so I don't know. But I might be going to the. I'll definitely be going to Friday or at some point this week. Maybe not Friday exactly. I might go before, but I will definitely be getting some drinks for Friday night for sure. It kind of is a throwback Friday, Aries. Yeah, to an earlier time in this channel's history, and just a big celebration of this channel as a whole. I don't have any right now, Aries. I'm just focused on the stream. Micah, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. But we're going to have some fun Friday for sure. I can guarantee that. Dave, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Dave. Welcome to the channel. Awesome to have you here and keeping that sub count climbing. Thank you so much. That is awesome. So we're getting ready for the third period. Just about to start. Just about to start the third here after this final commercial break. And we'll see if Nashville can hold the lead or if Minnesota is able to come back and win this one. But big final 20 minutes coming up. Yeah, seems like it's a 4-4 game right now between the Flyers and Blue Jackets. That's sounds like a really fun one. So New Jersey beats Montreal 5-1. Florida beats Washington 5-2. We knew that. Leafs won 5-2. We knew that. Anyone else end their game yet? Yeah, Tampa beat Dallas in overtime, as we just found out a few minutes ago. Philly Columbus, third period 4-4. That's the only other one still going on. Yeah, Vancouver won 5-4. We talked about that earlier. And then so Philly Columbus is the only other one still going on right now. And then obviously Nashville and many here. And dropping the puck anytime should be Detroit versus Anaheim, as well as San Jose versus Vegas. On the channel, Micah, I have no idea. I don't have anything beyond this week scheduled, so I don't know. Offense or neutral zone draw here. We are getting ready to go. Third period underway as Nashville, with a few seconds left on the power play, wins the faceoff. Zuccarello steals it and clears. And that is going to do it as the power play comes to an end. We're back to 5-on-5. Early here, third period, puck is dropped. Nashville trying to hold on to the 2-goal lead and win this game. Bruin, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Here's Minnesota back the other way. Shot there. And they score! Freddie Gaudreau with a huge early goal for the Wild. Beating Sorrow's short side. And just 32 seconds in, it's a 1-goal game as Minnesota finally gets on the board. That is an absolutely huge goal for the Minnesota Wild, who have struggled to score at all tonight. Finally get on the scoreboard, and just like that, it's a 1-goal game, and we still have almost a whole period to go. That is the early third period goal that I was talking about that the Wild needed to get to have a chance to come back. They just got it. All of a sudden, this is anybody's game again. Very much needed that wrist rider. Absolutely. Nashville now back in on the forecheck in the offensive zone. Jeannot hammers down Brodin. Keeps the puck in the offensive zone. Up the boards. Minnesota trying to clear. Can't. Kaprizov doesn't get it out. Brodin back to get it. He takes another hit. Pass to Kaprizov. Cross ice to Zuccarello. Now up Gaudreau through the middle. It's taken by Carrier. Working this one around. 18:40 to go in the third. And Nashville will hold now in their own zone as they try and start the breakout. Ekholm lifts it up into the offensive end. Merrill gets knocked down by Niederreiter. Long shot there and a good save by Fleury. Moved back the other way. Minnesota offensive zone. On the rush, Nashville steals on the back check and will clear it to the neutral zone. Wild will try entry again. This time they deflect it deep. Foligno plays it along the wall. Yeah, Jeremiah, he's been terrible this year. Be me, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It's great to have you here. Just over 2 minutes into this third period. Minnesota back with it, regrouping in their own end. D. Wade, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much. Great to have you. And that one goes out of play. We'll get a whistle. 17:46 to go here in the third. And we have a 1-goal hockey game as Nashville leads 2-1. Game's far from over. Minnesota needed that early goal and they got it. Here's a neutral zone face-off. Eriksson Ek is going to get kicked out. So that means Mason Shaw comes in to take it. And it's won back by the Predators. D to D, Fabro. Up through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Nashville can't keep it there. Wild clear it right back out. Puck by the blue line. Colton Sissons off boards. Out into the Minnesota end where they'll regroup back behind their net. Lifted up the wall by Sissons and out of the zone as Dewar takes a hit to move the puck. Spurgeon dumps it in. Round to Shaw, to the far side, kept in out high at the blue line. Down to the middle. There's a long shot that gets blocked by Yossi. Cycle game going in the offensive zone for the Wild as they're looking for the tying goal. 17 minutes to go in the third period. 2-1 hockey game. Preds trying to clear. Below the goal line, up the boards. Chipped there by Smith. Can't get it by Middleton. Out to the point. Long shot gets blocked. And that's out to the neutral zone. Minnesota will have to try and regroup again. They take the time to get a line change. Eriksson Ek will chase to the corner. He lands a big hit on the forecheck, but it's taken by Nashville. They clear it back the other way into the offensive zone. Trying to work this one down low behind the net. Out high, taken by Ekholm. He goes D to D with it. Carrier plays it down low. And that puck deflects up into the netting And is this going to be delay of game? It looks like the referee's saying delay of game here against Minnesota. Dumba shaking his head. And they do not like this call. They're talking about it right now. The linesmen and referees have conferred. They're looking. Dumba definitely lifts it up, but does it hit glass on the way out or does it go straight out? If that didn't hit the glass, it definitely should be delay of game. But we'll see what the referees decide. All right, have a good night, William. Thank you for watching. Great to have you here. And hope you have a great night. It is delay of game against Minnesota. Power play coming for Nashville as they decide that it is delay of game against the Wild. Matt Dumba is furious. Matt Dumba is absolutely furious. Have a good night. Cole Sillinger calls game and wins it for the Blue Jackets. So they beat the Flyers in overtime 5-4. Wow. Big goal there for Sillinger. So we have 16-16 to go in the third period. Nashville to the power play after the delay of game penalty. Minnesota is not happy with the call. Dumba was furious. Dean Evison was mad. But they got to try and kill this off. As this is worked now out high to the point. Forsberg keeps it in. Nashville setting up offensive zone. Josi plays it down low. Chance through. Pad save by Fleury. Behind the net. Sissons with it in the corner. Up the wall it goes. And that squirts out of the zone. Parsonen's got to bring it back in. 30 seconds gone off of the power play. Preds try and set up a second time in the attacking end. Top of the circle. Moved out high. Kept at the blue line. Moved out. Nice job there by Josi. To Parsonen. Waiting for something to open up. Threads it into the middle. Forsberg gets knocked down. Puck is loose. Parsonen finds it in the corner. Then he gets hit. Preds keep it in the attacking end for now. Out to the far side now. Blue line, work to the near side. Josi on the half wall. Shot gets deflected. Second chance just sent through and wide. Couldn't get it on goal there was Nashville. They came close though. 50 seconds to go on the power play. They'll have to regroup back after Minnesota cleared it. Up ice it comes Ekholm. Ashton, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. It's taken away by Marcus Foligno. The Wild clear, shorthanded again. Mason Shaw chases. And that ends up below the goal line. Minnesota trying to kill this off and keep it a one-goal game. Preds come the other way into the offensive zone. Tolvanen with a good shot and an even better save by Fleury as he grabs it in the glove. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off now for Nashville with 23 seconds left on the power play. Very important save there by Marc-Andre Fleury. They don't play tomorrow, Micah. So if I had to guess, I would say Thursday is probably Arizona's next game. Let's see. Yes, they play Vegas on Thursday. Off the draw, cleared all the way down again by the Wild. 10 seconds to go on Nashville's power play. One last rush. Into the offensive end. Spurgeon sends it out. And that is going to do it. The power play just came to an end as Dumba exits the box. That puck goes up and out of play. We get a whistle, but we're back to 5-on-5. 14-16 to go in the third. Even strength hockey again, and still a one-goal game as Nashville is up 2-1. Still a lot of time to go in this one. Far from over. As the Wild take it off the draw. Into the offensive end. Here's Boldy. Matt Boldy sends it down low for Kaprizov. Takes it to the corner. Spins to the middle. Spin around. Shot. Big save there by Saros. Up the wall. Kaprizov keeps it in. Spins away from his check. Move to the middle. Merrill just sends that one wide. We got a collision down low. We got a penalty call coming up against Nashville. Minnesota's going to go on the power play. They got the extra skater on while the goalie comes off. Cross ice for Kaprizov from Zuccarello. Out high to Boldy. Back to Kaprizov. Referee's arm still in the air. Preds haven't touched the puck yet. Moved out high. Kalen Addison. Down low. Deflected. That goes over the net. And finally touched up by Mark Jankowski. And it is going to be a power play now for the Minnesota Wild as Boldy caught a high stick. Jeremy Lauzon gets a stick up in the face of Matt Boldy. And Minnesota will be on the power play when we get back from our first commercial break of period 3. This one has come to our first TV timeout, and Nashville up 2-1, but Minnesota headed to the power play and a chance to tie this game. Boy, oh boy. Thank you guys all for being here. Great to have you tonight. Really appreciate it. Looking like it's going to be a fantastic ending between the Preds and Wild tonight. Boy, chance to catch our breath as we are setting up for a frantic ending to this one. As a one-goal hockey game maybe won't be a one-goal game the entire rest of the way. Minnesota is certainly capable of tying. Nashville also would love to get an insurance marker. I'll tell you one thing, I don't think this game finishes 2-1. We're going to see at least one more goal in this game, I believe. All right, coming back now from the commercial. Offensive zone draw for Minnesota. They got their top guys on the ice trying to take advantage of this power play. Eriksson Ek wins the faceoff back to Addison. Worked around now. Here's Matt Boldy. Boldy with a shot blocked in front. Rebound, loose puck. And Kalen Addison's able to keep it in the zone. Down to the near side. Boldy takes a hit, moves it to the middle. Nashville steals, and they'll clear that one all the way down. Good job there. Addison will start the rush back up for Minnesota. Their power play is 0 for 4 tonight. Could really use a goal. Into the offensive end. Kaprizov to Boldy. Now to the middle. Addison. Addison with a shot. That gets blocked in front. Nashville trying to clear it out, but Kaprizov's first to it. He's pressured in the corner by Fabro. Sends it back to the point. Now over to Boldy. Top of the circle. Deflected in front. Just goes wide. Cleared all the way down there by the Preds. Fleury comes out, leaves it for his D-man, and Minnesota will skate up ice again. Drop pass by Addison as he heads off for a change. Here's Brodin. Fans on the first pass, takes it on the second, gets it through to Spurgeon. Into the offensive zone. Foligno chases to the corner. Taken to the middle of the ice at the red line. Wild back in their own zone, regrouping again, down to 30 seconds left on the power play. Brodin sends it deep, down to the near side. Pops past Foligno. Can't clear it out, though. Preds don't exit the zone. Here's Brodin with it. In front, chance here. Good sliding block. Rebound, cleared down. Predators looking good on this kill. Minnesota has it trying to bring it into the offensive zone. Now they do. Right back out to the neutral zone as the Preds get a stick in the way. Final seconds of the power play tick off. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Minnesota now 0 for 5 on the power play. Heavy in on the forecheck, but Nashville moves the puck. Cleared over the red line. Here's Forsberg into the offensive end. And now, Wild regroup with it. Nashville tries to take it in the neutral zone. Not able to yet. Now they're back regrouping in their own end. The next Predators game is on Friday, maybe? Nope, Saturday. Looks like the Preds don't play again until Saturday against Tampa. 10:40 to go now here in the third. Up ice into the offensive zone. Wild on the attack. Drive for Daly. What's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Good to have you here. Really appreciate it. Minnesota in the offensive zone. Putting on some more pressure. Looking for the tying goal. Nashville steals that one. Here's Johansson over the red line. Dumped in deep. Fleury past him to the corner. Duchesne has it. Out high. And that comes out of the zone as nobody was there for Nashville. 10-10 to go here in the third as we approach the halfway point of the middle or the final period. Minnesota's one shot away from tying this up. Nashville's looking for an insurance marker. As the Wild clear that out of the zone, Preds bring it back in. Moved into the middle, stolen now by Minnesota. They come the other way, over the red line, into the offensive zone. Sam Steele will chase. He gets hit by Jeannot. Kaprizov back to Beckman. He cycles it through. Here's an opportunity for Brodin. He spins back to Dumba. Long shot, misses wide. 9.5 now to go in the third. Getting close to crunch time in this one, especially for the Wild. Trying to work it now. Out of the zone, here comes Nashville. Into the offensive end. Steele has it. He's going to carry out for Minnesota. Work through the neutral zone. And that's cleared out again by the Preds as they get it to neutral ice. Foligno gets chased, then knocked down. Gets back up. Minnesota having some trouble here. Predators all over them. They eventually steal the puck. Here's Nashville. Cole Smith sends it deep. Fleury comes out to play it. And he sends it up the boards. Foligno gets it out of the zone. Marcus Foligno over the red line. He'll dump it in. And on the attack now, forecheck coming for Minnesota as they steal the puck. There's Boldy. Gets it out now to the point. Over to Middleton. Middleton fakes a shot, opens the lane up, then shoots it wide. Trying to drive it in front. Preds clear the middle of the ice. Middleton can't keep it in the zone. We get a clear back to the neutral zone. 8:05 to go in the third, and icing against the Wild. So that pass attempt did not connect. It will come back down to their zone, and Nashville will have an attacking zone draw, leading by 1 with 8:05 to go. Predators here with a chance in the offensive end. Moved up now, deflected in. All the way down behind Fleury. Chance in front. That's cleared out of the zone by Minnesota. Nashville dumps it back in, but they'll have to tag up. That allows Minnesota a chance to start the breakout. Off the boards, Kaprizov over the red line into the offensive zone, and he gets hit down there by Lauzon as he tries to enter the zone. Kaprizov not happy, gives Lauzon a bit of a cross-check, but the referees let it go. They saw what was going on there, and that was just two players going at it as Nashville takes it now in front of their bench. Taken over by Yossi, he'll dump it in. Trying to work it now. Out high. Long shot gets blocked. Into the offensive zone. Dumped in deep. Dewar chasing after it. Up the boards it goes. Duchesne has it for the Preds. He's looking for a breakout pass. Deflected into the offensive zone by Niederreiter. He'll chase against Dumba. Near side now. Up the boards it goes. 6:40 to go in the third. It's crunch time now for Minnesota as they need a goal to tie this one up. Trying to at least force overtime out of it. Final 6.5 minutes. They've got to get going now. And on the forecheck, move to the middle. Kept in the zone. Trennan can't clear. Long shot misses wide. Here's Eriksson Ek. Back to Brodin. Over to Dumba. Played down low. Taken by Eriksson Ek. He tries to get it to the front of the net. Going to work it around now. In the corner, Jeannot takes it. Tanner Jeannot takes the hit, clears it out. Here's Jankowski up ice into the offensive end. He leaves it for Trennan. Back for Jeannot. Pass was in the air and over his stick. Out of the zone it comes. Nashville takes it at the red line. They'll dump it in as they get a line change. Minnesota going back for it with 5:50 to go in the third. Wild get it up to the neutral zone. Duhaime deflects that into the Nashville bench, and we'll get a whistle. Stoppage here. 5:43 to go in the third period. Commercial break. Wild and Predators, 1-goal game. It's 2-1 Nashville, and it's crunch time now for Minnesota. So it looks like we are in store for a great finish between these two division rivals. Thank you all so much for watching. Great to have everybody in the chat tonight. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you can hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. We're just trying to build a hockey community here where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. Kid Jovan, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't know. This is the first time I've seen him in the chat, Kid Jovan. He's already been timed out once, but he seems to be on decent behavior since then. I have no idea what he's saying in French, but I really just don't give a shit. I am focused on a fantastic hockey game going on right now between Nashville and Minnesota. 1-goal game coming down to the final 5 minutes. Mini trying hard to tie this thing up. Nashville trying to hold this lead and pick up a big win, which they haven't had many of them yet this season. They could really use the 2 points tonight. We'll see what happens. Lucas, what's going on? Thanks so much for coming by. Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. We're coming back from the commercial break. Neutral zone face-off. And that draws one back by Parsonen. Predators take it up ice. Can't get it deep yet, though, as the Wild give them some trouble. Good job standing up. Moved up now in the neutral zone. Dumped in deep. Down in the corner. Played in front. Taken by McDonough. Pred's trying to work it out of the zone. Forsberg through the middle. Here's Granlund. Over the red line, he'll dump it in. And a good job there by Nashville to get it deep in the offensive zone. Exactly 5 minutes to go in the third. Trying to play this one around. Kid Jovan, my neck would be a lot more muscular if my glasses weighed 14 pounds. Unfortunately, I don't have to hold up 14 pounds 24/7 as it's into the, I guess I don't sleep with them on, so not 24/7, but I don't have to hold these glasses 14 pounds up 18 hours a day as it's taken around now. Down in the corner. Played there by Niederreiter. He gets it back deep. Johansson trying to drive the net, but he loses it. Minnesota carries it up. Gets it to the blue line, but not out. William, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Boston's next game is on Thursday night against the Philadelphia Flyers, Micah. I will be streaming that game on the channel Thursday. It's brought up now over the red line into the offensive end. Nashville back on the attack. Big collision there in the defensive zone, but Minnesota comes away with it, and they'll clear it out. Minnie needs to get some sustained pressure going in the offensive end. Haven't so far, as we've got 3:40 to go now in the third. Kalen Addison back to get it. He's checked by Tolvanen, puts the shoulder into him. Actually ends up landing the hit more on Tolvanen. 3.5 to go in the third period. The Wild carry up ice into the offensive zone. Yes, I do, hockey legend. Long shot there. Pad save by Saros. Minnesota needs to get it going here in the attacking end as they're still down a goal. 3:15 to go in the third. Mason Shaw plays it to the half wall. Taken back by McDonough. Preds trying to clear. And that's out to the neutral zone all the way down. No, I don't know him personally, hockey legend. I just know who he is. He's a hockey YouTuber that does a lot of gaming content, as well as he did a lot of like GoPro footage of himself playing hockey as well. But I've watched his channel. I know who he is, but I've never talked to him personally or anything. .255 to go here in the third. Face-off coming up. And Nashville still holding on to this 2-1 lead. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off now for the Predators. Well, I just finished it, Sand Shark, but it was Jameson and ginger ale. Here we go now, getting ready for the face-off. Johansson against Eriksson Ek in the dot. Johansson wins it back. Predators have it offensive zone. Fleury's got to make a great save. Trying to move it around now. Taken back. Played to the middle. Over the red line into the offensive zone. Glove down by Saros. Preds trying to clear. They go off the glass and out. Soccer and basketball, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for being here. 2:20 to go now in the third period. Wild carry it back in. Zuccarello trying to get it through to Beckman, but it's cleared by the Preds. Pass was broken up. Great job defensively by Nashville late in this period, as they are really not allowing Minnesota to get much going. Minnie's got to get the offense on the attack here as Beckman plays it down low. He's hit by Fabro. Trying to work it around. Down in the corner, Dumba pinches. He's right in the offensive play. Back out high to Addison. He spins off of Forsberg. Trying to open something up. Forsberg gets his stick in the shooting lane, and we'll get a whistle. 1:49 to go now in the third. And it's going to be an empty net for Minnesota as they pull Marc-Andre Fleury for the extra attacker. They desperately need a goal in these final minute and 49 seconds. Offensive zone draw coming up for the Wild. We'll see if they use their timeout here. Ben, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Good to have you in the chat. It is a timeout for Minnesota. So they're going to try and draw up a play. It is still a 2-1 lead for the Predators. Minnie is looking for that second goal to even this thing up. Nashville trying to hold this lead. 1:49 remaining. Empty net for Minnesota. There is definitely going to be some action here in these final couple minutes. We'll see who's able to play better and come away with the win. All right, lining up now for the offensive zone faceoff. Wild have all their top scorers on the ice. Zuccarello, Kaprizov, Boldy, Eriksson Ek. Brodin's out there. They got everybody out there trying to find a way to put another goal in. As Brodin keeps this in the offensive zone. Nashville trying to clear around to the far side. It's kept in by Kaprizov. Work down now. In front, chance there. Eriksson Ek driving in. Saros makes the save. Down in the corner. Taken by Boldy. Back to the point. Minnesota still has it in the offensive zone. Here's Brodin with it. D to D. Works back to Kaprizov. Sends it down low. Looking to make a play. Out in front. Stolen away. Cleared wide of the empty net. And we're going to get an icing call against Nashville with 1:08 to go in the third period. And Minnesota back to the offensive zone for this face-off, still needing a goal to tie it. Gavin, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Great to have you. Really appreciate it. Offensive zone draw again for the Wild. Eriksson Ek to take it. And he's able to win it back. Moved across now at the blue line. Back to Zuccarello. Working it around the offensive zone. Taken there to Spurgeon out high. Spurgeon has it walking the blue line. Spins it now to Boldy. Boldy fires one wide. Through to the other side. Brodin plays it. Back to Spurgeon to Boldy again. Good puck movement from Minnesota. 45 seconds to go. They still need a goal. Trying to get something through on net. Nashville doing a great job of keeping everything to the outside. Spurgeon on the half wall. Waiting for something to open up. Through to Boldy on the backhand. Fires one off glass. Zuccarello has it. To Kaprizov. 26 seconds left. Kaprizov with a long shot that's blocked. Puck to the corner. Nashville trying to get it out. Here's Forsberg to the point. Across now. Zuccarello with it. Top of the circle. Into the middle. That's stolen away and the Preds clear to the neutral zone. Now it's going all the way down but doesn't reach for icing. 8 seconds to go. Minnesota's out of time. One last rush. And they can't get possession. The horn's gonna sound. And that does it. As this game comes to an end. And the Nashville Predators hold on for a 2-1 win. And we got a scrum going after the play. The game is over, but these teams are not separating as we got punches thrown. Trennan and Dumba. And everybody's going at it here after the final horn. Jeannot's in there. McDonough is in there. Dumba was throwing punches. He finally breaks away. And Minnesota so frustrated. Not able to score and tie this game at the end of this one. And the Nashville Predators hang on for the 2-1 win. A very important 2-1 win over the Minnesota Wild as they finish this one off. And that is going to bring us to the end of this one. The teams finally separate and will be headed to the locker rooms. Thank you all so much. Lots of jawing between the benches right now. Foligno's pissed. Lots. Next time these two teams play, I might want to stream that game too. I'm not sure when their next meeting is, but I'm definitely going to want to stream that one when these teams play again. Always a fun matchup when the Preds and Wild play. They've built quite a rivalry over the last few years. And looks like they don't play again until February, but February 19th they play again. Cannot wait to see them a few months from now. So, anyway, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Before you go, please don't forget, it really means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. And we're just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy hockey, and have some fun. I will be streaming again tomorrow night. Double header on the channel tomorrow night. We'll have the St. Louis Blues against the Chicago Blackhawks at 7:30. And then right after that, the LA Kings versus Edmonton Oilers at 10 p.m. all Eastern time. So doubleheader coming tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you again soon. Also, don't forget, Friday night will be the 10K celebration stream. So we'll be having a bit of a party on the channel with me and my friends Friday night. I'll post more about that tomorrow. But with that, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks again so much for watching and all the support. And hopefully we see you again in the chat very, very soon. Great game tonight, and we got a doubleheader coming up tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good night, everybody, and see you next time.